We're going to give a massive shout out at the beginning of today's show to Petey for all the work that he's done for this channel over the past month and a half. Honestly, for everything he's done for this channel for the last 3 years. If you're appreciative of the GOAT, get those Peteys down in the comment section below. What's going on, Falcons fans? Welcome into Falcons Today. It's the other Petey hanging out with you guys today. So happy to be here. We're going to get into our sneaky signing on the back half of today's show. We got an awesome lineup for you guys, but we got to start with the Darnell Mooney injury news that happened over the last couple of days. We'll break down what that means for Atlanta going forward in training camp, and then also sneaky good wide receiver signing. The reason you clicked on today's video, I'm going to break down who that is and what you should expect over the next couple of weeks. But we got to start with the injury news from Darnell Mooney. Adam Schefter tweeted this out over the weekend. Falcons wide receiver Darnell Mooney has a shoulder injury and will, quote, miss a few weeks per a team official. And let's be obvious for a second, okay? This is not great. This is not what you want to see. You never want to see anybody get injured in these training camp practices, especially when it's a guy who you've got a lot of excitement about going forward in 2025. The good news is, with all of that, if there is any good news from this injury, it doesn't seem to be too serious, like nothing that crazy. Anytime they're coming out and a team official is saying it's going to be a couple of weeks, usually that doesn't mean it's going to be much longer than that. But still, regardless of anything you're hearing from team officials, any positive takeout from all of this, you still got a little bit of an uneasy feeling that it's July and Darnell Mooney is already dealing with these injuries. Over the last 4 seasons, you really saw an uptick in production in 2024. Almost 1,000 yards, 8 yards shy of that, 106 targets, 64 catches, and 5 touchdowns. His first real good season since 2021, but honestly, who could blame him in 2022 and 2023 not putting up good numbers with that Justin Fields-led Chicago Bears offense? He did what he could, and then he comes into Atlanta, and even with the quarterback situation going on with the Falcons last year, he still found a really, really good way to put on really, really good film for the entirety of last season. Now, we do have to remember in 2024, he did miss Week 18 with a shoulder injury. As of right now, it is unclear if it is the same shoulder or not. You sit here and you don't really know whether you want it to be the same shoulder. Part of you is like, okay, at least it's the same. If it's the same, he's not having 2 different shoulder injuries. But then another part of you is like, well, if it's the same shoulder, then it's not doing very well. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But as of right now, we don't really know what's going on with which shoulder precisely. The room itself, without Darnell Mooney in it, gets a tad bit worse. Obviously, taking a guy like that out of it, you still have a ton of confidence in Drake London and Ray McCloud. But I'm going to wrap this all up by just saying I really hope that Mooney is ready to go and back Week 1. I assume, based on everything that we've heard up until this point, that he will be ready to go and ready to roll on Week 1. But I don't want to say need that to be the case, but when you're starting a quarterback who's only started a couple of games, going into his second year, you want him to have as many options and as many weapons available to him as he can have. Darnell Mooney is and will be one of those really big options for Michael Penix. So hopefully that option's there Week 1. Be honest with me down below in the comment section. Are you worried about Darnell Mooney's injury? And if you are, scale it for me 1 to 10. 10, you're saying, I'm freaking out. This is the worst thing that possibly could happen. 1, you're saying, Joey, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. You let me know in the comment section down below. Up next, we got the sneaky good signing that you guys have been waiting for. Give you a little bit of hint. We're not going to leave the wide receiver room. Before that, though, we talked Michael Penix already. If you guys are as excited about him as I am, then you'll go to chatsports.com/MPJ shirt and get his jersey because it is on sale right now with our friends at Fanatics. You got to look at it as it's an investment, okay? I got a feeling that Michael Penix Jr. is going to be in Atlanta for a very, very long time. And if you head to chatsports.com/MPJ shirt, take advantage of that sale going on right now with our friends at Fanatics. You can have this for the rest of eternity. That link is going to be in the comments and also the description of today's video if you're wondering how to get there. Again, chatsports.com/MBJ shirt. Take advantage of that sale and head over to our friends right now. DJ Chark is the sneaky good signing we are going to be talking about for the Atlanta Falcons. If you don't know about DJ, I'm here to give you a little bit more info. 6'3", 200 pounds, all of that, but he also has the ability to burn. A 4.3 40-yard dash. He was drafted by the Jaguars way back in 2018. Spent 2024 with the Los Angeles Chargers, who we all know, no matter who's there at wide receiver or at quarterback, with Greg Roman calling the shots for that offense, they're never going to be incredibly explosive when it comes to the pass game. His best year was in 2019, just a year after he got drafted, when he went for over 1,000 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns. If I had to describe him in 3 words: big, fast, experience. Okay? And those are 3 words you really want to be able to say about any wide receiver that takes the field for your team. You want him to be able to be big, have a massive catch radius. You want him to be able to have speed, and you want him to be able to be experienced playing in the National Football League. If you look over the last 4 seasons, it's been for DJ Chark. I'm not going to lie to you. But he also hasn't been on the field a ton. Only 4 games in 2021, 11 in 2022, 15 in 2023, but then back to 7 games in 2024. When you look back at his best games for each team, there's a lot to be excited about. 2019, we played for Jacksonville, caught 8 of 11 passes, 164 yards, 2 tuds against the Carolina Panthers. Then when he was in Detroit in 2022, played Carolina again, took advantage of them. 4 for 5, 108 yards. Against Green Bay in 2023 with Carolina, 6 for 8, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. That was only 2 seasons ago. His best game last year, 2 catches, 2 targets, 2 catches, 16 yards. What you can take away of that is, guy's got a big catch radius, right? You throw him the ball, he's most likely going to come down with it. Taryn Wack tweeted this out just the other day. Falcons general manager Terry Fontenot also clarifies that Atlanta was interested in wide receiver DJ Chark before wide receiver Darnell Mooney got injured. It was truly already planned. Quarterback Easton Stick practiced with Chark in the offseason and pushed for his workout. So this was something that was going to happen before. It wasn't like just a knee-jerk reaction. Darnell Mooney's injured. Let's go ahead and sign DJ Chark off the scrap heap. No, this was already in motion before the Darnell Mooney injury even happened. And we all know that the wide receiver room was a little bit slim after Ray, right? You have Drake London, you have Darnell Mooney, you have Ray. You're so confident all 3 of those guys. And now Darnell Mooney goes down. You got to find somebody who you feel you can have a little bit of confidence in. And why not go get a guy who, like I said earlier, is big, is fast, and is experienced? He's a guy who's been in this league for a very long time, and I truly feel he can fit into any system he needs to because of how long he's been playing this game. Now, with Darnell Mooney injured, I would look out for these 3 guys to kind of get an up in snaps, reps, targets, catches, really any of the above. Kadero Hodge, Casey Washington, and Nick Nash. Keep an eye out for those 3 players to take advantage of Darnell Mooney being out. Obviously, I know nobody wants any of these injuries to happen, but if you're any of those 3 guys, you know what this means for you is a chance to make your name known, take a step up, and show everybody else that's making the big decisions around there in Atlanta, hey, I deserve a roster spot on the 53-man final. Let me know in the comment section, do you like the signing of DJ Chark? If you do, type Y for yes. If you don't, type in for no, and let me know why in the comment section down below. I personally like it. I just think it's a very low risk type play. Like if DJ Chark doesn't wind up being really good, it's not like you spend a lot of money on him. But I do still believe that his ceiling is still there. 2023 was a fine season for him, right? We already talked about that. He's a guy who's been in this league a long time, has a lot of really great abilities. He's 6'3", runs a 4.3, and sure, he won't have that same exact speed that he had back in 2018, but speed kills, and for these guys who play in the NFL, it honestly doesn't fade away easily either. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on Falcons Today. I am your fill-in host, Joey Peterson. Appreciate all the love that you guys are showing Petey in the comment section down below. Continue to do that. And while you're down there, if you see that big red sub button, don't forget to hit subscribe.